Welcome back to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm your host, Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me at the market site in Times Square, Jack Miller's back with us. He's the head of trading over at Baird, and we're going to get the sell side's 2020 outlook. We'll touch on some data, small caps, and of course, the buy side. Jack, welcome back to Market Site. In 2020, I think it's going to be the year of data.
Yep. Well, thanks for having me, Jill. Yeah, as we look at equity market structure topics for 2020, we really do think of 2020 as being the year of data. You have Rule 606, which is about transparency to the buy side. You have CAT, which is about transparency to regulators. Both initiatives that have been in the works for a long time and finally rolling out this year. So certainly at brokerages like Baird, we're in the mode of ramping implementation to get these implemented by the deadline. And it will be interesting now as consumers of this data start to take it in, what they will actually do with all of this new information. And so it'll just be an interesting year in terms of moving from a data preparation mode into a data interpretation mode.
Right, so the variable there is really how you're going to assimilate to it and then what you're going to do with this massive data that's out there.
Right, what will be the outcome of all of this? And we've been dealing with these sorts of data sets for a long time, but these new rules are going to make it available in a much more meaningful, standardized, and democratized way.
All right, let's talk about the small caps, because one size does not fit all.
Exactly. So something very near and dear to us at Baird. We focus on research and execution services with a focus on small and mid-cap equities. So there is a growing realization that our one-size-fits-all market structure does not work equally well up and down the liquidity spectrum. That stock that trades 10,000 shares a day trades very differently from the one that trades 10 million shares a day, and they present very different challenges for traders and investors. So really interested to see what comes out of the recent call by the SEC for comments and ideas related to this. There's a recognition that this is something that needs to be addressed. We're excited to see what our market centers propose, and then excited to, as brokers, apply those innovations to deliver better execution solutions for clients.
All right, now changing expectations of the buy side. This is something that you talk about all the time.
Yeah, so significant change at the buy side in 2019. That is not going to abate into 2020. Trends like automation, trends like strategic conversations around things like outsourcing of trading, and then on the data topic, certainly more data and rules-based process coming into the trading world. So this will not abate. This is changing the way that the buy and sell side and all industry participants have to engage within the ecosystem. And so, again, a very transformational year ahead in my view.
Yeah, it's almost like you used to have your sell side analysts talking to your buy side analysts and traders.
Sure.
Now it seems to be it's technology talking to technology, and the roles have really changed.
They really have, and it's scrambling the old models.
Yeah.
And so certainly a tumultuous time in the industry, but many opportunities out there, and ultimately better outcomes for investors.
All right, Jack, great to have you with us as Market Site.
Thanks so much.
And thank you for joining me on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq.